Thanks, Andrew. And as he said, we're here with Alex Sifton, forward for the Nepean Raiders. Now, that was a rough 40 minutes for your boys there out on the ice. In the opening period, it was especially rough. You got Plouffe and Bulak with the goals. There wasn't really any offensive possession time for the Nepean Raiders. Then in the second period, there's the 3 goals. The Magnus got pulled. Muller went in. What do you think is going wrong with the team right now?
Overall, I think we just support each other better on the ice. That's what our head coach, because our head coach does a good job breaking down video and things like that, and that's what he said for us to do, just to support each other out on the ice, and I think that if we do that, we'll be much more successful later on in the series.
And going on that, who are some of the guys who do you think are going to be vocal in the dressing room right now? There's obviously their captain, Keenan Hodge, and you have Brandon Watt and Tanner Williams in there, Michael Verd, the leaders on the team. Who else, other than those guys who have the letters on the chest, are really going to be out there?
I would say that somebody like Ryan Mulder, he's experienced a lot in this league, and he knows what it takes to win, and he's a really good person that has a lot of respect in the room. And also maybe somebody like Mac McSorley. He played in the USHL last year, and he's just a really good person, and he has a lot of experience. So I would say those 2 guys.
And now, talking a bit about your career, you finished up your second season in the CCHL. Last year you started with Gloucester with 20 games, then you got traded to Nepean. You played 3 games there, and you got 31 games under your belt this year. So you've had a pretty good career so far. What are you expecting next year? Like, you mostly play third or fourth line minutes. You're a big guy. You like to go to the net, you like to grind out. Are you really comfortable playing that role, or do you want to maybe see increased ice time, maybe try and get a more offensive role next year?
Yeah, obviously the junior hockey experience is a learning experience, and obviously as you start to get older, you your role kind of increases. So obviously next year I kind of will hopefully get some more ice time, but this year is just a learning experience to be with the Raiders, and we have a really good team, so I'm just happy to be a part of it, and we have a good team, so hopefully we can make some noise here in the postseason.
Now, going into the third period here, what are some things that the Raiders have to do to come back in this game? Scoring 4 goals, especially against Corey Simic, is going to be a very, very tough challenge. It's going to be tough to score on him all series. What are some keys that the Raiders can do that you've noticed in the period that they can change instantly?
I think one thing we need to do is get all pucks towards the net, and just, we sometimes don't get grade A scoring chances, but if we just shoot all over the place and everything towards the net, I think obviously when you shoot the puck, you have a good chance of scoring. So, yeah.
Now, what role are you going to play here in this series? You're obviously scratched today, but when are you hopefully going to be coming in and bringing your strength and your speed into the game?
I just hope to bring a grinder role, and we'll see how it goes. I'm not quite sure when I'm going to be in this series, but hopefully I can just bring a lot of energy and get the boys going and all that type of stuff. So
now, one person who's done that very successfly is Jody Sullivan. That seems to be his role on the team. Do you expect him to play a lot of minutes in the third period? He didn't really play that much in the second period.
Yeah, I think he's a heart and soul type of guy. Like, he's the guy you want to have on your team. He sticks up for all the guys, and you can't really ask for a better teammate. He's obviously probably the toughest guy on our team, and maybe even in the league. So it's good to have him.
And I think that about does it here. Thanks for joining us, Alex.
Yep, thank you very much. Thanks for having me.
And we're going to send it back to the boys in the studio.